He said he was gonna stream from his old account.
Well, I think, I think we're live now. I think it's live now. Hyde, can you just, if you imagine you're a soundboard, can you just give us a fancy sci-fi intro? I just need a sound
Wait,
effect,
you need a sound effect?
a sci-fi, cool sci-fi sound effect. Hey there, I am Hazmat, the guy who sounds like Terminator on antibiotics, and you're listening to the Press Start podcast. With me are both Rain
Hey,
and Hyde,
What's up, boys
who
and
some of you
girls?
might know from the Hunt Showdown videos on my channel. Rain is the immaculate 6-star player who can't seem to miss a shot even if his life depended on it, and Hyde is the ever so positive rain of sunshine in our existence.
Hello.
I don't know if he insulted me or not.
So, what is the Press Start podcast? I'm glad you asked, Hyde. See, I was contemplating the state of the interwebs. That's what the young people call the internet nowadays. And I thought, what does the world need more than anything ever right now? That's right. Another bunch of white guys doing a podcast. You agree, right? Yeah, exactly.
I was about to say white cats, weren't you?
I don't I don't think we're black enough to pull off cats.
Oh,
So, video games has always been part of my life ever since my earliest childhood memories, and I've always loved the world of digital entertainment. They've brought me endless hours of fun, laughter, great moments, sadness, rage. But if there's one thing I loved almost as much as playing games, it's talking about them. And that's why we're here. We're here to engage and talk about all the beautiful wonders that exist within the world of video games and how they affected our lives. With
Used
the,
to exist.
yeah, I guess. With this podcast, we will attempt to erupt in nerdgasms of epic proportions and immortalize our worthless virgin opinions in the eternal digital grid of cyberspace, not just for the sweet, sweet nostalgia, but of course also for the entertainment of all you sickos out there. This episode is being live streamed on both YouTube and Twitch. YouTube is coming later, that's still in the works. But if you are signed up as a member on the Hunters Lounge, you can chime in on the ongoing conversation throughout the podcast by joining the live stream channel called the Hunters Lounge on my Discord. You're gonna find all the relevant links whenever I decide to get my shit together and post it somewhere. So in the meantime, you gotta figure that out for yourself. But I think I've yapped on for long enough now. So this first episode of the podcast, of course, had to be about Hunt Showdown.
Doing the fucking intro, dude.
Yeah, well, I gotta establish what the fuck this is all about. You can't just start a podcast and talk about random shit, you know.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Keep going.
So why Hunt Showdown? Well, first of all, fuck you, that's why. But second of all, Hunt Showdown has not just changed my perception on what a great person should what a great first person shooter should be, but it's also the game that has shaped my YouTube channel into what it is today. So here we are, the very first episode of the podcast, Hunt Showdown. And fuck it, with that out of the way, Hyde, why don't you tell me about your hours, your MMR, and your playstyle within Hunt Showdown?
my hours.
Yes.
I should have come more prepared. So, just gonna open Steam here.
All right. Well, Rain, take it away in the meantime, then.
I didn't think this was gonna be a fucking quiz.
What do you mean it's a quiz? This is fucking personal information about you.
I mean, interview. Yeah, personal information. Yeah, my hours is closing in on 3,000. It's on 2,000.
Jesus fucking Christ, dude. You gotta go touch some grass at some point.
I'll touch grass. Just earlier today. Yeah.
And you jump in and out between 5 and 6 stars.
No.
Stop
5
being
and
so
4.
humble. 5
See.
and 4. Yeah, I'm gonna call bullshit on that. I range in the 1800 of hours right now. and I dive between 4 when I'm really bad and 5 when I'm slightly less bad. Hyde, you got some numbers for us?
Yeah, I just passed 2000. I'm at 2081.6.
Shit! We are some nerds up in here.
Yeah,
We really don't have anything better to do we?
there is so many better things to do, but we hate ourselves playing it, so we just keep doing it because we
Yeah,
hate ourselves.
I
we
would
can't
like to
just-
know. I would like to know, how did you guys get into Hunt?
That was random. I
How?
was just bored. It was like at the end of the summer vacation, and I was just bored. So I was just looking at Steam if there were any games that looked cool, and then I saw it. And so me and another friend tried it out, and that was that was it.
I remember looking through Steam that had that the fan for early access games back, like way back, way back. I don't even know. This gotta be like 5 years ago, if not more, 6 years ago maybe. And I remember stumbling across Hunt Showdown in the early access tab, and I thought it looked so goddamn unique with all the cowboys and all the monsters. And I actually got hyped to play it as well back then. But I don't remember what I don't remember what the issue was. I think we played it for a combined of 4 hours or something, and then
Well,
we never got back to it again.
can I interrupt you?
Yeah,
The
go
reason
ahead.
why we didn't play it more back then was because your old computer, couldn't handle it.
Oh no! I was on the fucking the what is it called? I wasn't on a stable connection. I had Bluetooth Wi-Fi, and it sucked absolute balls. You're
You had
right.
some issues, and then we couldn't play it. And I think after that, your computer couldn't handle it. So just, I mean, we started playing it before it even got released. It was still in the beta.
I completely forgot about that. But yeah, you're right. It was because my computer couldn't handle it back then, and it was way back in the days, back when there was when there was grunts that could take I don't know how many bullets, and the armors were basically unstoppable. The armors were insane back then. Nothing like what they are right now.
Um,
And
well,
what do
if
you
I
think,
have to be honest, what made me want to play the game was the theme song. Uh, I can so I can reveal here that the theme song, the original theme song, all the other sucks, fuck them. The original theme song has been my ringtone for over 4 years now.
I was gonna
I
say that
remember starting the game up and you had to do something, and I just sat there for 15 minutes waiting for you, just enjoying the theme.
it's also it's so good. It's so unique that that whole humming, like it's perfect. It's the perfect theme song for any video game. It
And it
might be the
and
best menu music of any video game I've ever played.
and it was the perfect, like, for the setting of the game.
Oh yeah,
It just fit in 100% perfectly.
Now that you talk about the setting, what was it exactly that got you guys hooked on Hunt in the first place?
I fucking love cowboys. Oh.
That's actually funny.
It was the western setting actually that got me interested at first.
I've
And
never enjoyed cowboys.
Well,
wow,
for me,
Yeah, I
when
know
you
that
get
brought down the mood.
yeah,
when you get shot, like most places on your body in real life, you die. In this game, when you get shot, you die. So it's not like Call of Duty where you have to empty the whole mag to kill the other guy. This actually only takes like 1 or 2 bullets.
Yeah,
That's it.
I also
So
gotta agree with.
you have to place your bullets.
Like for me,
Sure.
the whole paranormal setting was what sold me in the beginning. Especially the bosses. I thought the spider was so freaking cool. I couldn't believe it when I found out that thing was comprised of arms, legs, and digits. I was like, these developers, they got some issues. I can bond with these people. Like these are my people. But but the thing is, I've never been into cowboys. I always thought cowboys were fucking stupid, and I know some Red Dead Redemption fans out there are gonna punch me in the dick for that. But cowboys just never appealed to me. Not until I tried Hunt Showdown.
Yeah, I kind of feel the same way.
I don't know. There's just nothing about the whole ride on a horse for 80 kilometers and get sand in your ass cracked. It doesn't seem appealing to me. I I'm way more over in the genre of science fiction. Science fiction has always been my jam. That's always been my go-to. And cowboys are just a little like if you could give the guy a robot horse, you might intrigue me a bit more. But
Saber Rider.
what? What?
I think that's where my cowboy addiction started,
Yeah,
from Saber Rider and the Star Sheriffs.
I don't even know what that is. Can you elaborate?
It's an old anime, I think from the 90s, maybe earlier. I don't think I think it might have been from the 80s.
What's it about?
Saber Rider, Star Sheriffs.
That doesn't help me a lot, dude.
Well, there's a guy with a saber. He rides on a robot horse.
Go on.
He has a crew, which is called the Star Sheriffs. He's like the boss of this crew.
Ah,
So yeah, I just saying sci-fi cowboy shit works.
all right.
Give it a go.
Well, now that we've established where you guys came from and why, what makes you still play Hunt to this day? And this especially goes out to you, Hyde, who's had I would call what I would call a toxic relationship with this game. You've had some, you've had some breakups and some makeups with Hunt Showdown over the last couple of years.
He's probably got more uninstalls and kills at this point.
I've actually only uninstalled once.
Oh shit.
Um,
Can
to
we
be fair,
can we rephrase then? He probably
I,
has more rage quits than he has kills.
I can't. I've never rage quit a game. Never. Even though I fucking suck, I have never just quit the game. I did put it away for a year because I kind of enjoyed my life. But when you're asking me why I play this play this game, I can't even. I don't know. I really don't know. I can't give you an answer there. Maybe it's just because it's one of a kind.
That's actually the next thing I wanted to jump into. If you could go ahead and answer to Rain, what makes it special for you? What makes it still
Like,
special for you?
why I still play it? I don't fucking know. It's
Everyone Showdown fan out there.
I think it's got to be because like the few people that I know that play games, they play Hunt.
You're just stuck with Hunt because you got no better option, dude. That sounds like a toxic relationship.
Yeah, well, like I have single player games, but as far as multiplayer goes, it's Hunt.
Well, I gotta say, what makes me still play Hunt to this day is the unique setting of it.
Of course, I love the game. It's fun. It's fun to
Yeah,
play.
like what makes me come back is that the unforgiving nature of it, that you get punished for making mistakes, but you also get rewarded for following up on other people's mistakes. It's
Oh
such a
yeah.
it's such a great seesaw of give and take that I think that's the most important part for me. That the game is so brutal in its learning curve and difficulty in general that when you pull off something retarded, it just feels so good.
Oh,
But then when you die really stupid, it also makes you wanna, you know, taste a shotgun or
chemically castrating yourself.
yeah, exactly. Just go
Yeah.
punch yourself in the dick in the corner for 15 minutes.
I
Yeah.
think I got a better answer now.
Yeah.
The reason why I keep playing it Mainly because of you guys. I don't touch
Aw,
this guys. I don't touch this game. I don't touch these guys. Okay, but
yeah, we all know that's a lie.
yeah, yeah. Well, now it's said. I don't touch this game unless I'm playing with one of you. It's just not
Exactly.
fun. I
Yeah.
mean, there's no one else, and I've been playing with a lot of different
Oh,
people. There's no one who are ready to do retarded shit as you are.
yeah.
It's not even 24 hours ago. I
Uh,
said
oh, sorry.
if you kill one of them, I'm gonna jump down this elevator shaft and I'm gonna stab him. You didn't kill him, but you tagged him, and I jumped down this very long elevator shaft, ran up the stairs, and stabbed him in the back.
It works, dude. It just works.
Just do unexpected things.
Yeah.
Just do something for fun.
Well, I mean, not only is it that's what sets Hunt aside for other FPS games right now, because I think Call of Duty is fun. I think Rainbow Six Siege is fun, and I've also enjoyed Apex to a certain degree, but there's nothing that comes close to Hunt Showdown in terms of its slow, methodic, and unforgiving nature. Maybe Tarkov, but I don't quite hate myself enough for that yet. Maybe
Oh yeah.
maybe if I invest in some self-esteem issues, I might jump over in Tarkov, but I just feel like Hunt is the perfect place for a guy who hates himself a little bit, but not quite enough to go Tarkov, because I don't want to sit and put individual fucking bullets into magazines. Like, what the hell?
Oh,
It's
What is
it's
wrong with
funny
you
because
people?
it's funny when you say that because that's one of the things that you try to get me hyped about, and I just never got it. I hated every single minute of that game.
Yeah, I, I,
It
I
it was supposed to be our new hunt, and it was just I don't know, like living in Los Angeles and moving into I don't know a desert in the middle of nowhere. It was missing everything,
yeah, it was.
everything I wanted.
Yeah, I didn't enjoy Tarkov either. But what Tarkov does have, what Tarkov does have, which Hunt also has, is the amazing sound design. Like you can't fucking find a game on the market that has as good sound design as Hunt does. The entire, I wouldn't say, I wouldn't say less than half. Probably it's probably almost 50-50 in terms of visual and audio cues and Hunt Showdown. The audio design is such a big part of Hunt Showdown, and I absolutely love that.
You would
Everything,
say it is unique, right?
yeah, absolutely,
You would say it's one of the best things about the game.
yeah, I would absolutely say so. It's
Can I rib a bit into Crytek here?
yeah, go on.
Why do they keep messing it up?
Yeah,
Why do they implement fog that has noise? Why do they implement ambient horse sounds?
yeah.
because
That
when you have
kind of
uh,
defeats the whole purpose of having horses.
I'm kind of in the same boat as Hyde here. If the game is focused on you commit to a plan and you execute the plan, and how you execute the plan is up to you. How you play the game should be a testament to your skills. So if you make noise and get shot, hazmat, that's on you. But but I don't get the idea in a game that focuses this much on sound design and being able to tell where the fuck other people are. Why why are you polluting the sound then with stupid fog and ambient horses? And I don't get it. I don't get that design choice at all.
it's kind of like they're like they have two design teams and they're fighting, kind of like a tug of war.
That might actually be the best description I've heard about Hunt's development ever. That you're
Yeah,
absolutely right. That's what
because
it feels like.
with the great sound design of the game, you can if you played enough and are experienced, you can pinpoint someone's head
Yeah,
behind a wall when he's moving.
yeah.
I've never played a game that can do that.
For example, in Call of Duty, you'll be like steps. I hear people, but in Call of Duty, you can't determine is he above you, is he below you, where is he exactly. But in Hunt Showdown, even if he's crouching and he's close enough, you can know exactly where he is.
Yeah,
That's actually something I think they did good. that you make more noise now by crouching.
Yeah.
So when you walk
Yeah.
through glass, it makes a shit ton of noise, but when you crouch, it makes zero noise. So I'm actually glad they implemented that. It makes a little bit of noise. It's still broken glass. It doesn't make sense if there's no sound.
What I kind of now that Hyde touches on this, how do you think Hunt has changed over the years? Like the good, how has Hunt progressed in a positive way over the last couple of years?
We have to talk about positives.
Yeah, like we start with like I see it like we build a great big sandcastle and then we tear it down afterwards.
Well,
I
that's
I
that.
know I know that people out there are not gonna like this, but I'm the gung ho YOLO run and gun type of player. So I love that we're getting more spammy weapons. Fight me in the comments, fuck you. I think spammy weapons are fun as shit. I'm I'm not into the slow, methodic sniper play where I sit and rock my balls in the bush for 30 minutes only to miss a guy. That's how I roll. But I don't enjoy that at all. I like the spammy weapons and I like faster paced gameplay, but I also like that it's combined with the brutal difficulty setting of Hunt. So I like to get punished when I when I YOLO in and I fuck it up. But it also
that
feels really good when I YOLO in and I spam fuck the shit out of people.
that is what I like the most in with the uppercut because it's not quite spammy, but it's not slow either, and you can play fast with it.
Yeah.
And maybe instead of the uppercut, I would maybe go for something that could use fanning a little bit better. But I like uppercut with fanning.
I will also say that what the development team is trying out right now with the burn trades is a great addition to the game. I especially like Shadow Leap because it
I
lets
just
you.
don't want too much of it.
Yeah, I like Shadow Leap because it lets you bounce around the map like a fucking nightcrawler on crack cocaine. And I thought that was such a great addition for maneuvering. It was so much fun. You see, Hyde is being awfully
It was.
quiet here. Not a lot of good to say, Hyde.
Honestly, no.
No.
I, I I don't know what I have to say. I don't know any positives that I have about how Showdown has evolved at all, and I don't want to be like the negative person, but it kind of
Oh,
shut
sorry.
the fuck up.
Sorry.
Well,
No, go on.
I I just can't pinpoint anything really. Like the patch that just came, I think it's the worst thing they ever did to Hunt.
I gotta
So
agree with that
so
though.
so all the negatives right now, even though I still tolerate the game, uh, I the negatives just overshadows the positives.
Can we
Like
talk
how
about that for a second? Like now that Hyde just brings it up, can we talk about the latest patch? Christ's sake, what the fuck are you? What is going on in Berlin? What What are you guys doing down there? Is it just bratwurst and Wiener Schnitzel all the time? Like what made you remove most of the melee weapons from the compounds? Why why do I have to shoot the butcher with 900 bullets with my shitty Caldwell conversion pistol? Like why can't I just get a weapon and beat the shit out of him?
that's fuck off. That's stupid.
it is without doubt the worst thing they have ever done.
It's so annoying that when you sit in
Yeah.
the options, when you sit in the loadout and you're like, all right, I'm gonna bring a sticky and we're gonna take out the boss, and then you get the assassin. It's like you just fucking you just wanna jump out the window, and then you get to the assassin, and like, okay, I guess I'll just shoot him then. But then he runs for a good 15 minutes, and it takes you forever to get him killed, and then the other team shows up and fucks you in the ass, and I I get so frustrated. This latest patch, yeah, it's not working for me.
Also, like the way that they decreased the XP balance thing, you get less XP from everything. It's just crazy.
Yeah.
Why wouldn't they just let it
I
be as it
haven't
was?
even
It's
noticed.
like they're trying to change something because they want to change, but they're not really doing it at all. They're just going backwards. And I bet you in the near future they're gonna put it up again because now it's time to change.
Yeah, I gotta say the events are not doing it for me either. There's the there's the gameplay changes, which is hit and miss occasionally. Sometimes they get some great implementations, like Shadow Leap. Sometimes they get some really fucking stupid ones. But what actually made me tired of the events as a whole was actually the lore dumps, the continuous dump of lore, which has declined so much in quality that I almost want to cry myself to sleep at night when I think
Oh
about it.
yeah,
Um, uh,
completely forgot about the lore. That was one of the things that I used to think was cool about this game.
yeah, that's the lore was the whole thing that kept me in Hunt Showdown. Like the gameplay in itself is unique and amazing, but I wouldn't have been here if it wasn't for the lore. I love the lore of this game, or I I used to love the lore of this game. I used to love what it was, and I used to spend so many hours reading it from start to finish, only to read it over again because the original team did such an amazing job of constructing this world and the narrative in it. But what is going on right now, it makes me so sad to see what I originally loved to such a degree reduced to this B movie script with, I don't even want to call it a B movie because there's usually some good things in B movies. It's so awful right now that whenever an event comes out and you get the lore entries, I can't even be bothered to read it. And I think that's what makes me the most sad about how Hunt has changed over the last couple of years. Is the changes to the lore. I really think they should. I know they're doing it to construct a narrative that runs from A to Z. They want a cohesive storyline. It's just that's not what Hunt used to be, and I wish they would get back to how the original lore was constructed. Because as of now, it's you're removing all the mystery, and all you're doing is just making people guess. And there's not a lot of investigational work to do, which frustrates me a lot because that was the fun part, trying to figure out what the fuck was going on and the holes in between that we didn't know that added so much to me. Like the mystery was the biggest part for me, and it just doesn't feel mysterious anymore. But now that I've talked about one of my frustrations, what is the thing that frustrates you the most within the game? I got a couple lined up here, by the way.
Oh, I don't know, but there's a lot.
The biggest
Like,
frustrations?
I think shotguns, maybe.
Really?
Yeah.
Why?
Like, if you combine the satisfaction you get from killing someone with, like, let's say Mosin or a Winfield, compare that to killing someone with a shotgun.
Oh, hang on. I got a question here from Bubonic. Speaking of the pacing, do you think as of late that Hunt has increased in pace? And do you think that's a good or bad thing? Well, I actually
I
do
liked it.
agree. What?
The increase in pace.
Yeah, you increase in pace. You're not a fan of that, are you?
I like it.
Okay, good to know because I also enjoy that. I
I
like that
like
the pace has been
pace.
stepped up.
Pace combined with precision.
Yeah,
That's fun.
I
Pace with shotguns. That's no fun.
I feel like right now it's at a really good place in terms of the game mechanics. I think there's place for everything right now. You can play stealthy and you can play silent methodically, but you can also run and gun. Like the game allows for run and gun now, though I'm not a fan of the restrictions of jumping and crouching. Let people spam jump and spam crouch. I like that. Just don't restrict my movement. That I think that's frustrating as shit.
Yeah, and especially in a game like the with the engine, it already feels like it's kind of. sluggish.
Yeah. So that, like, in terms of your question, Bubonic, I enjoy the increase in pace. I just wish that they would allow for a bit more freedom in terms of movement. I don't like that. I I don't like that I press the crouch button 2 times in a row and then my cowboy suddenly has fucking cramp in his thighs for some reason. That that
Yeah.
drives me fucking insane.
The whole slow paced like setting of the game is kind of why I fell in love with it. But it's okay to turn it up a notch.
Yeah, I also
It
think it's
also
fun.
makes room for like retarded charges and
Yeah,
stuff like that.
that's what's so fun. It's just looking I was just looking at one of the videos the other day, and me and Hyde are running into Catfish Grove, and Hyde is in front of me, and I go, "You're gonna get absolutely creamed in a second." And then some guy shoots the red barrel next to Hyde, and he just gets utterly annihilated.
Oh yeah, that was me running with that what is it called, the railroad hammer?
Yeah, yes, yeah, that's
Yeah,
right, that's
yeah, I
right.
remember that.
Oh my god, that was so much fun. Well, I got one for you, and that's the big health bars. Fuck off with the big health bars. We are at a point now in Hunt Showdown. I don't want to hear your arguments. I don't want to hear your reason. I don't want to hear your logic. Just take them out. Put nothing but small bars on, and fuck you. That was it.
Okay,
Well,
can I just cut in here?
No. No, well,
Whenever
if you agree with me, then sure.
it's actually on the previous topic. You didn't really get give me a chance to answer
Oh,
because of
sorry.
the question from Bubonic. So the biggest frustration in the game, the fucking trades.
The traits.
the
When you
traits.
trade with another,
Oh yeah,
Oh.
yeah, yeah,
I
yeah,
have
yeah.
never, ever played a game where you trade like this. It's
You got a
just
point.
Yeah, he's got a point. That is actually number one.
that might be one of the reasons why, like one of the many reasons I left the game. Like, is it a year ago when I left it for almost a year?
I saw Wumba
It's
streaming
just
the other day where he where he he shoots a guy in the face, and after he shot the guy, he vaults a fence, and while he's mid vaulting, the guy that's dead shoots him in the face. that was such an awful trade where it's just like, how did that even happen? What is the server doing? Like, yeah, sometimes the delay is so ridiculous. You just gotta wonder, how does that even happen?
I thought
well,
they
only
improved it.
only in Hunt, only in Hunt.
Yeah, only in Hunt.
It doesn't happen anywhere else.
I got another one for you, and that's
Yeah.
the two bosses. I absolutely cannot stand the two bosses, and it's not because of the money, or the banish mechanics or anything like that, or finding them. That's not the problem. The problem is the players, because there's so, I know, Reddit, shut the fuck up. No one owes you a playstyle, I know. But we are here to play the game right. And the play shouldn't be, like, to play the game shouldn't be you run in and kill the bounty and then you extract with it. Why? Who
Okay.
the fuck would find that entertaining?
So I actually have I actually had a lot to say about exactly this topic. I'm glad you brought it up because I don't know, and I will never know why you run away from a fight. This this is a I know it's a PVE and a PvP, but I've been sitting. It's not more than a month ago. I was sitting in the Hunt official Discord server, and I watched people, like many people, talk about how they like to go in and just farm some cash registers and go out. What is
Well,
the point?
why?
What is the point? If you don't have any money, you can get you can even get traits on your free hunters for free. Is it because you absolutely just want to have certain things? Because even in game, that's just it's not how life works.
Oh,
And
he's
and
getting
and
full. This is philosophy with Hyde now. Take it away.
Okay, I got a bit off track here, so I want to ask you guys, what do you think? Is it because people are? Is it lack of confidence?
I
Is it because they're afraid because you can actually lose your hunter in this game?
Yes.
I think it's a I think the thing is that what we identify as a fun experience is the competitive nature of it. I want to go in and I want to fight people and I want to win against those people on fair terms. If they beat me in a skill-based shootout, perfect. Congratulations, you got the win. All for that shit. But I think for other people, what they consider a win is going in and basically taking the medal and getting away with that from other people. Like I
You
think
know,
that other people identify what winning in this game is different from what we identify as.
back in the days when I played StarCraft 2, right? Uh, there was also this kind of the same problem because people like there were no like normal games. There were only like ranked games, and they could see that people stopped playing it. And that's I read an article about it, and that's where I first heard the term latophobia. They're actually afraid to gain either a bad rank or D rank.
Ladder
So people just
phobia?
stop playing. Yeah, they actually stop playing the game. That's
Huh.
why today in StarCraft 2 there is a normal game where there's no rank involved because they lost thousands and thousands of players because they were afraid to play ranked.
That's actually an
And I
interesting thing that now that you mention it, because I also remember that fear. You know, in the beginning when you started to play Hunt, you
oh
feared
yeah,
for
yeah,
losing your hunter.
yeah, exactly.
I think you get a
So
bit desensitized. Yeah, sorry.
but but as you gain experience in the game, you also grow accustomed to the surroundings. Like this game, you have to know where every tree is. You have to know where every corner is. You have to know where every crack in the wall is. Because if you don't know that, you can get shot.
Yeah.
So I get that people like crouch around and 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 just are careful, but it's not really different from other games. I
No.
mean, if somebody attacks you, you fight back.
Yeah, we had a moment yesterday where we were at Scupper Lake, and we had no
Okay.
extractions. We, we had no extractions at Scupper Lake, so we wanted to run to Cyprus to fight the bounty, and we ran across the fucking entire map just for them to extract when we were almost there. I was like, what? You see the bounty coming right for you. This is your chance to double your reward. Why wouldn't you take it?
Yeah,
Yeah, that's what I don't get.
we got about was it? I think I got about $500 from that.
Yeah,
500? Why wouldn't you get double? Might
yeah,
as well just as they were talking about in the Discord, then you might as well just go in and just gain some event points and then just find the gas register where you get 500. Might as well just do that.
yeah. But then I think it basically all boils down to that people have different objectives in the game. Some people just want to go in and farm cash, and other people want to sit in a bush with a long range rifle and crack a single guy in the face and then extract. Like some people just enjoy that slow stealth aspect of getting one over on a single guy. That's not, that that's not what I enjoy. I like it to be as fast paced, with as many people in one compound as possible. I think that's when you have all teams in one compound, which is why I would like if Hunt could just have one boss, because it's so much fun when you have 12 people shooting at each other.
When you're
Also,
doing
didn't they years ago talk about what was it called? They were gonna implement um a, a custom game feature so you can actually play with your friends.
they're
Yeah.
still working on that.
Yeah, yeah. See, still working. I think they talked about it in was it 1920? Uh,
Holy shit, really?
that's 4 to 5 years ago. This is Project Soundboard all over again. I want to just throw that in there.
Yeah. Dude,
It's
don't
the same
insult them.
freaking thing where they promise you stuff, and then they work on things that you have to buy.
Height has been hurt before.
I
Yeah,
think it's still the game that frustrates me most
yeah.
because they promised NPCs for like 15 years.
Okay. Well, now that we got the frustrations out of the way, I would actually like to ask you, what would you like to see implemented? What could improve Hunt Showdown as it is right now?
Oh, that's a good question.
I got one for you.
Go.
More players on the server. I think
Yeah,
sometimes 12 people is a great number. Sometimes like if you take spawns into consideration, 12 people is great. Other times you are on a full server and you run around for the entire map without meeting anyone. Like the that feeling of of using 10-15 minutes just running around the map doing nothing, that's something that really frustrates me. Like I can't stand those games. So that's a big one for me. I would like at least one more team, maybe two more teams on the map that would enjoy my playthroughs a lot. Like that would benefit me a lot if they could add a bit more players on the server. But I also see the problem that Hunt Showdown doesn't really have the biggest active community.
but don't you think it would grow if you actually was guaranteed action?
I don't know, like we said before, the objective of some people might not be action. It might be stealth. It might just be the objective. Some people like to keep out of sight. I I tend to, whenever we approach the game, I tend to go in with no game plan and deal with the cards when they're dealt. So if a situation calls for, hey, I can sit in this bush right now and ambush this fucker, then I'll do that. But I don't go in with a plan of, all right, I'm gonna sit in this bush and wait for someone to show up. Like I don't have the fucking patience for that. My ADH brain, like I wanna kill people and I wanna kill them right now.
So I actually got I have three things I want to implement.
All right.
First thing was yeah, you already said it, more players.
Mm-hmm.
The second thing, and you know how because you were always going, why can't we have a spawn fight? I just want to kill people, blah 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 blah. I have actually been begging for this for years because maybe you will shut up about it. How about like a deathmatch mode?
No,
Like so you like
that's a hunt.
you kind of shrink down the map so there's like four compounds. That's it.
Hmm.
Just to have like an extra fun mode, like when you take fucking hate League of Legends, but I still play it. You have ARAM. You have something where you can go in and get instant action.
Yeah, I see what you mean, but what appeals to me and what I still think is the charm of Hunt Showdown is the availability of options for you to approach gunfights. So the size of the map allows for hiding, rotations, um, tomfoolery, and all that kind of good shit. So I think narrowing down the map would constrict those gameplay elements severely. I I enjoy the core concept of Hunt. I just think it needs a little bit of tweaking. And for Bounty Hunt, just removing that one boss would do it for me because you would have the big map, but you would have one point where all players would have to converge if they wanted to extract with the bounty.
What about Roger?
Let's just fucking get rid of Rotjaw. I love the lore for Rotjaw, but fuck off with Rotjaw. Like
Is Roger still there?
I,
I said that yesterday.
I actually,
Oh, you
I'm not
did.
sure.
I mean, I haven't seen Roger since the Roger event
Yeah, I'm not sure if Rotjaw is
because he
still there.
doesn't matter.
I
Roger
just
is
want to point out,
there.
Rotjaw is a she.
Oh well, she doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
No, it doesn't. I also think it's a stupid fucking boss, and it's such a high risk, low reward scenario to get Rotjaw while players are still active on the server.
You know what would have made Roger fucking awesome
No,
if he was like a moving boss.
yeah,
So you cannot gain clues. You cannot gain anything. You can't see it in dark side. But let's just say that you're walking around, let's say Sweet Bell, and you're walking across the water, and you know, like when you hear water devils. But what about if they made like a more heavy sound, and then Rajo is here, and and if you don't engage it, it's just gonna move to another location.
I actually think that's kind of a cool idea
So you have
because
like you have like a window. Like, do you really want to take it now? And it can surprise you anywhere, anytime. You don't have to gather these ridiculous. Oh, it's pointing in that direction, and then it's not really pointing in that exact direction. It's just pointing in the general area.
for me the tracking of Roger is not the issue. I actually kind of enjoy that because it's the the map. If you're artistic enough, you can kind of guess where the boss is most of the time when you got the first or second clue. And I kind of like the tracking of Roger doesn't allow for that. But the problem for me is this fucking thing is always in water. It's always in open places. So when you go out and fight this stupid thing in the water, it spews out things that slow your stamina. So you're stuck in a place where you move slow in the fucking open with stamina depleted, and people can just engage you from all sides. I just think all around, it's unless you've cleared the server, no reason to go for Roger because you're so exposed.
Yeah. Um, I'm I'm just looking at your chat right here. So instead of the deathmatch with like a small map,
Hmm?
there's actually one suggesting how about like a battlefield mode, huge map, a lot of people.
Long matches?
Like Battlefield, I don't know.
No.
Yeah, I also think then we're slowly moving away from the core concept of Hunt Showdown.
So, so not like with respawns and stuff like that. Just a bigger area and more players,
I mean,
and then
I guess
and
that
then
could work.
and then center like only in like a certain area of some compounds in the middle of the map. That is around there. You can find it. You can find the boss.
I guess scaling up the map could work, but you would have to scale the players as well because otherwise we're just gonna be stuck in the exact same situation we are right now.
Yeah, yeah. That's also why I said like he's as he's writing huge map with a lot of people.
I got a comment in the lounge here.
Huh?
Screw Rutjaw on literally all fronts. Dumb lord, dumb boss, just nah. You know how long we had people asking, where'd the gators go? This is a swamp place, right? And the water devils were the answer to that, but nah. Stupid gator boss. I mean, like, I kinda agree. It took away the magic of the water devils. That's also a bit frustrating. Because, I mean, the water devils were part of one of my favorite parts of the lore, so them removing that like retcon, oh my fucking god, cried with the retcons of the lore, that's also so frustrating, but
But
that's an entire conversation in itself.
can I go back to what I said earlier and to like comment on his comment, his or her?
Yeah,
Right now, Crytek changed something because they just needed to do something. They don't even know what they're doing. They're just doing it.
yeah, it's like Rain said, they have two different developer teams doing Tug of War.
Yeah,
Yeah, I think
exactly.
that's perfectly put. Another thing I
Yeah.
would like to see implemented in
Oh, by
Honcho.
the way,
Yeah,
I do disagree with you. I think it's good when there's two bosses.
you
So
do.
yeah,
Why?
Really?
um, because it gives. So the idea is that it gives you like the final fight over who gets the bounties. I know it's not how it turns out,
No, I
but
can see that. Yeah, yeah, I can see
sometimes
that.
it does, and I like those fights way more.
Yeah, I'm that. Yeah, I
You
can.
know that they're coming for you, and you know and they know that you're coming for them,
Yeah, that's a good point.
and you
That's a
don't know
valid
who
point.
surrounds you.
But
So
it's still wrong
in
height.
theory, in theory, oh my god, see what I'm working with here.
No, but you're right. You're absolutely right. That's a great point.
The
I
idea, the theory, it's great. The execution, though, because of how people play, and again, people should play as they want.
Yeah. You
But
can't really blame Krytic for that
no,
either. It's just so frustrating when when you're sitting with one boss and you've banished one boss and you've annihilated the 3 4 teams that show up at the compound, only to see the other bounty extract like you've done nothing. You've done absolutely nothing. You ran in, you banished the bounty, and you fucked off with my bounty without killing a single person. Fuck you. That's the
wait.
fuck those
Your
guys.
bounty?
Yeah, my bounty.
His bounty.
Why is it your bounty?
Well, because they were just holding it for me. I fuck. I know people should play how they want. Fuck you, rated, but it's not how I want to play. Okay.
You really don't like Reddit, do you?
I mean, Reddit brought this upon themselves. So it doesn't matter what I post on Reddit. Some guy always goes, "I can't stand that guy's voice." It doesn't fail. It's every single time.
Hey, what is your Steam name right now?
I hate that guy's voice.
Exactly. But you're embracing it now.
There was also some guy who said that I have a disability. It's not my fault. My voice sounds this way.
Oh fuck, I remember that. That was great.
That was fucking hilarious. Another thing I would like to see implemented was more clever tools and utilities. I've, al- I've often talked about the bomb lance with the slingshot in it. If you could fire something with a bomb lance, like a string that would wrap around hunters and freeze them in place, so they like it would wrap around their bodies, so they could only walk, and you would have to remove it to get your weapon out again. That would be fucking hilarious. You know the
That
string
would
shot.
be an absolute shit show.
You know it would be exactly like a chain shot. You know the things that they fire from
Yeah.
ships. Yeah, it would be exactly
Yeah.
like that, but it wraps around hunters and like makes them unable to use their weapon.
Yeah.
Try hitting someone with that.
Yeah, but that I think that would be fucking hilarious.
But yeah, it would be like it would be balanced in the sense that it would be really hard to hit.
Yeah,
But how much of like would you say that you freeze them or do you slow them?
yeah, like you slow them and then it's wrapped around them so they can't fire their weapon.
Oh shit! That sounds like something.
I don't think it should be like that. I like the idea of these like chain shot things, but you have to like so when you get hit by it, you fall down. Then you have to wait for your hunter to get up.
You know, I've often thought about
But
that. If we could have traps that could do the knockdown effect. I can already hear Hyde getting excited about this.
I
It would
mean, it's not really a secret that I fucking hate traps. It's not because I hate your idea, but I really fucking do.
Okay, but I've saved the best one for last, and I know Hyde is gonna love this. All right, hear me out. You take a crossbow, right, big or small, and you allow it to fire hive bombs.
Sold.
It could be small hive
Um,
bombs, but I would fucking love that. I would absolutely, like the small crossbow can fire small chaos bombs. It could just be a teeny tiny hive bomb, but that would be amazing.
grow like to quote uh, the great um, the great Doctor Evil from Austin Powers. How about no? No, no, thank you.
Ugh,
I think that can actually push me over the edge to quit the game again.
no, I think that
'Cause
would be hilarious.
you know how hive bombs work. I don't know if it's just coincidence. It has to be like right. But why? You just broke something in the water yesterday, and you were sitting right next to it, and it did nothing. So I moved like 2 steps closer, and it's just like, oh, there's hive.
I don't know what it is with you. I've like you're the only player this happens to, but the hive bomb always go for you, always.
There's
It's
also this
without
one time
exception.
where I I this one time I was running from you. I wasn't actually running from you. I was running from your partner, the Hive, because it was just flying next to you, and it did nothing to you. It was laser beam focused on me,
That was
and
amazing.
I wasn't even close to it.
Yeah, I just ran along with it while it was chasing you. That was so fucking hilarious.
Uh,
You know, I
yeah.
saw someone when we had this discussion on the live stream with Crytek for new implementations. Some guy suggested a foldable trebuchet, and I thought that was fucking hilarious.
Foldable trebuchet.
Like you
What?
could, you could have a like a small deployable and foldable trebuchet that could
Oh,
fire shit like barrels.
you know what I want implemented in the game?
No,
You know how many idle like cannons there's around? Like there's so many cannons around. How about if randomly some of them are actually loaded and you could with fire turn it on?
I mean that seems really situational, but that could be pretty hilarious.
Yeah, yeah, but it could be pretty fucking fun. I would even I think I would even laugh if I got hit by a fucking cannonball randomly.
Well, with that said, I think what could really spice Hunt up as well is the implementation of new enemies. And no, Kryzek, I'm not talking about a grunt holding a fucking pistol. Um, you know, when I had the interview with Fasi, the one of the original developers of Hunt Showdown, he talked about some of the ideas they originally had for Hunt Showdown in terms of enemies, and they were so fucking cool. He had this idea with monkey-like enemies that would sit in the trees, and they would, you know, the knockdown effect you get when you get downed.
Yeah.
They would give that to you by jumping on top of you, but they wouldn't when you were looking directly at them. They wouldn't do that. They would wait until you ran past them, and then they would attack your backs. So if you didn't notice them, you would get a jump scare while running through the woods. And I think that was it would add such a great level of verticality to the game that's sorely missing because there's not a lot of verticality right now. But I think that would be an awesome addition.
Yeah. It it could be fun, I think.
They also talked about these kind of like hives, but they would throw like big balls of beetles, almost like monster artillery kind of. But they decided to remove that because they didn't want enemies that could fire projectiles, which I kind of understand in this game.
Well, they're
Yeah.
getting there.
Yeah, that was kind of what I was hoping for with the pistol grunt. That it was going to be something that, like when it saw you, it would fire around at you. But instead,
Yeah,
it
that's what
just
I was hoping.
yeah,
It's
I
like,
thought that would be cool. It's just like every other fucking grunt.
yeah.
Okay. So I know it might it not might it would never work probably, but you never thought when you're running through the bayous, what if you could actually ride a horse?
No,
We need bigger maps for
No,
that.
why? Why would you
I
need a
don't know.
horse?
They are there.
Um, yeah, I guess so, but no, it hasn't really crossed my mind.
No.
But now that you mention it, I guess it could kind of be a fun addition. But then it would also
Like,
become like I think that would we're kind of straying away from that slow-paced, methodical, gameplay. If you have retards fucking riding around horses firing aftermaths, it's
yeah.
you gotta be able to blow the cavalry horn, then play the reveille.
Oh, do we still have flashlights in there?
We do have
If we do,
flashlights, yep.
how about if we remove them and get a cavalry horn?
You know,
Come
I would,
on,
I
that
would
would be
fucking
fun.
love that.
And can we talk about how they removed the rope? from the bell tower at Healing
Yeah,
Church,
why?
like Healing Waters Church.
Why? Why did they do that? I love ringing that bell when I'm in that fucking compound. That's all I do.
What? Did they
Yeah, it's
remove
like
the
let's
bell?
attract other people.
Yeah, they removed it. We were in there yesterday, and I couldn't find the rope anywhere, so I couldn't ring the bell.
Wait, what bell?
The one in Arden Parish.
No. It was not Arden. It was Healing Waters Church.
What's it? Oh yeah. Yeah, I don't know why, but there wasn't any rope, so you couldn't ring the bell.
No, they can't remove bells.
But they
Come on.
did.
No, stop that.
Unless it was a one-time glitch, we have to try and figure it out next time.
Yeah, maybe. But yeah, that
But
that made me kind of sad.
yeah, like why not allowed to use that noise? Crytek are going like, you can't make noise. We make noise here, so
Enjoy your fog, asshole.
I'm never gonna get over the fog. I also crank up the volume when I'm driving through the fog because it just makes so much noise.
Well, now I kind of want to touch on where do you think on Showdown is heading with the current implementations and changes?
Well, towards more like mainstream games.
Yeah,
Kind of they're like slowly starting with the battle pass shit
yep,
and yeah.
yeah,
So
I've,
I'm thinking at some point it's gonna die out because of the I don't know amount of microtransactions.
I
It's
get
gonna
that
turn
they're
into some kind of free to play.
yeah, I get that they want to keep the game alive, and of course it
Yeah.
takes money to run all of this shit, but you also gotta realize that you are giving your players event fatigue. I I can't speak to everyone else, but I know that with the last two times that I've seen an event coming out, I've been like, oh, could you just let us play the game? Like the constant bombardment of events is just it's too much for me. I'm tapped out for events. I
Well,
don't need any more.
at least the last one that they came with now, it didn't really change anything.
Yeah, that's also the thing. If you have to make events and you want to make them regularly, if you want to be Fortnite, if that's what you want to do, then at least make them exciting, make them entertaining, change shit, Crytek. Like the whole collecting altar things, you can't tell me that's the only thing you can think of when it comes to making events. You can't be serious. There's gotta be so much room for change and improvement if you want to implement things in the short term. Holy fuck, there's a lot of opportunities here. But then utilize them. Don't just give us the same bullshit every time.
Uh,
Yeah, like for me, the patch changes this time has been really bad, but the event itself, I'm also just done. I don't care about the grind anymore. Yeah, I think it's a bit frustrating with the constant events.
yeah, especially if you want to have everything.
Yeah, I'm not really a FOMO guy, and I don't really care about skins either. I just want to enjoy the game. So the skins, the charms, and all, the hunters as well. I don't really give a fuck.
The skins? Are you talking about their DLC?
Yeah, I don't really care about that.
Their downloadable content, which is a cosmetic.
Bubonic asks, collecting alders goes all the way back to Light the Shadow, right? Before it was like Christmas gifts and pumpkins.
I missed the Christmas gifts and the pumpkins. Bring them back.
Ho.
Yeah,
That's such a great sound effect. I
yeah.
think I think Bubonic is actually right. Light the Shadow, was that before or after Scrapbeak?
Yes.
I mean,
Because with Scrapbeak we also had it's the same mechanic. It was just wasn't it? Didn't we collect shit with Scrapbeak too?
Yeah, we did.
But the thing I remember about Scrapbeak that at least set it a bit aside was that you could kill birds and get points that way.
Yeah.
Like it's not it's not a world changing like reality alternating change, but it's a bit at least a little bit different than running up to something and holding down F.
Yeah, and if you're actually just if you're lazy, as I consider they are, then at least do like come up with 20 things and just keep an endless rotation.
Yeah, I kind of agree. Like
And just do something instead of just reusing what you did the event before, which was the exact same thing as that event before that.
um if you're familiar with GG Blue Torch, he makes amazing video editing both in Hunt Showdown and Helldivers and shit like that. Shout out to my guy Blue Torch, he's amazing. He has this hilarious video where it's this guy in a lab and he has this little pipette where he precisely puts small droplets into petri dishes, and the title says Krytic carefully recreating and duplicating every single event. I thought that was so hilarious.
That's also pretty precise.
Yeah, that's fucking accurate. I thought that was hilarious. I see what Rain is saying with where Hunt Showdown is hitting, not just in terms of how microtransactions work now, but also with the increase of pace in firefights and the spammy weapons, but also in terms of the lack of penalty for dying now.
Oh
Because
yeah.
that like when you're solo and died, that was it. You're out, one down, you're out, buddy. See ya. Now we have
Oh yeah.
the self revive, and you got death cheat, and you got remedy, and you got what's it called? Relentless,
Yeah.
and what's the other one? We're missing one.
Um. Who was a peacekeeper?
Yeah. Oh yeah, peacekeeper too. So relentless, you don't lose a bar when you die, right?
Yeah.
And what's the one where you get a bar back when you kill someone?
That's
That's right.
rampage.
Rampage, right? So yeah, in terms of keeping the game going, I really enjoy that aspect. I gotta say, because it allows for the firefights to be much more dynamic, and it makes those clutch moments much better. Like when you get that rest on your teammate and you turn the fight and you concertina and fire the shit out of someone. It it has immensely improved it in some points, but then when you get stuck with that one solo who has relentless and keeps resting with full HP, and you gotta concertina wire him again and again and again and light him on fire. And I saw some guy on Reddit who said, dude, it's not that bad. It's 2.5 minutes. Like it, you just have to sit there and watch him for 2.5 minutes. It's not that bad. I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? 2.5 minutes in this game? That's fucking forever, dude. Like the
Bet you it's Bushwhacker who said that.
maybe, but the banish itself of a boss isn't that like 3.5 minutes?
Three
I
minutes and 40 seconds, I believe.
Yeah, something like that.
I'm
Some
not,
like
I'm not 100% sure. I counted it at one time.
yeah, but like fucking 2.5 minutes in Hunt Showdown is a long time, dude. I don't know what this guy is talking about, but 2.5 minutes just sitting there. Like if the game starts and you kill a person and you sit there and wait for 2.5 minutes, the other players are gonna have such a head start on you. And it's also boring as fuck to just sit and look at a guy turning into bacon. Like that's not what I
yeah.
would call proper fucking gameplay.
Except for that one guy who moaned.
that
That was fun.
was
See if he
fun.
got up and moaned again.
That was fun. So how excited are you guys for the upcoming engine update?
Is it happening?
I think it's happening.
I'm uh I'm excited for it.
I wanna be excited. I'm just really fucking nervous because it is Crytek. So
Yeah.
I just imagine, oh dear God, the movement bugs, all the getting stuck on terrain, the
Oh no, we're gonna get desync
Thank
again.
you.
the
Thank you.
the,
Thank you.
the
Exactly.
desyncing.
Exactly. Maybe the game is better off with them not changing anything ever.
I gotta say, in terms of Hunt, if there was any game that deserved a facelift, like a visual upgrade, this game sounds amazing, but with increased foliage and better trees and oh dear God, the amount of foliage and coverage and camouflage concealment, it would be perfect for Hunt. But on the flip side, it's Krytek, so we might have to get used to getting stuck on branches, fences, corpses, fallen leaf, whatever. Like, I fear a lot for the upcoming engine update. Like, and I'm also, if you've ever played Counter Strike and you saw what happened to the physics in Counter Strike 2, if that happened to Hunt Showdown, I would break down crying because the game
Do
is
you
not the same anymore.
No, I
do
really hope that's
you
not what's gonna happen.
so like Crytek are not really known for fixing things. They're just known for making it worse. Do any of you guys know what I'm talking about? If I just say the forever glitch, no, the
No,
forever bug.
The forever
yeah,
bug, is that the poison thing with the hives?
Yes,
Yeah, I thought you were talking about the ladder bug, but yeah, the poison thing with the hives, I don't get how that's still a thing.
it
You
has
get
been
it,
a thing for over 5 years.
you get it quite often, but you also get attacked by hives all the fucking time.
that's because he's always
Thank you.
using an antidote shot.
You think that's
We,
what's causing the bug?
yeah, it is. It is what's causing the bug.
The antidote shot?
You only get that when you have the antidote shot.
Yeah, because I never get it. I've never had it.
Exactly. And you never use the antidote shot.
I don't.
Exactly.
So
And neither do I.
now I just gave the answer to why it's happening. Do you even think that Crytek knows why it's happening?
I
I
think they
mean,
know it.
yeah, I also think that Crytek knows of most of what is going on in the game. I think it's a question about do they really care?
I think they care. It's just that they probably don't know how to fix it
Oh,
because it's not
great.
Unreal Engine and they can't just Google it.
Always so compassionate. I love that about you.
No, I'm just saying.
Yeah, I'm a bit more cynical here, and I just think that other stuff might be prioritized than bug fixing.
Yeah, yeah, of course, but that you always have someone doing the bug fixing. You can't just put it in the corner and forget it. You
Yeah,
can't
it's
do
not a
that.
baby.
No, exactly. And this is it's kind of like the same reason that when people call me when I'm at work, things take time because I'm just one guy and I got like shitload of other things to do. So I'm just saying, maybe they actually don't know how to fix their own shit.
No, but I like that you're realistic about it instead of me and Hyde just being pessimistic and
I'm not
just
pessimistic. They fucking suck. About this. Wait, can I just? Well, never mind.
well, I
It's
just wanna we gotta wrap up this episode too. But I just wanna say even with the negative things that has happened with Hunt Showdown over the years and the exhaustion that I have with events, it is still my favorite FPS game of all
we're
time.
still having fun.
Oh, we
I
are.
fucking hate it.
Yes.
I I still I've put out I'm working on highlight number 28 and I can still watch through all of those highlights and be like I fucking love this game. I love this game so fucking much. What Crytek has created here is nothing short of spectacular. And honestly, despite all its despite all its flaws, I don't think Unshowdown has the player base that it deserves. I think it should be way higher, and
Yeah.
I think it's just a. I think it's probably a subject of making it more available, which they're trying to do now. which is also why they're turning down the difficulty of the game as a whole. And I
And that's
hope
what
it
I'm
works out.
hoping the engine upgrade will do is like making it accessible for more players, because the game is, even on a high-end computer, running pretty shit.
Oh yeah, yeah. Like whenever I stream and I run into a compound, I sometimes like I've experienced single-digit frames on stream. So yeah, I uh, I can relate. But yeah, like this game gives you some of the lowest lows, but also some of the highest highs. I think it's such a great balance of skill and difficulty.
Okay, so let me ask you this: would Hunt Showdown be in your top 5 games of all time that that you enjoyed?
Yeah,
Yes.
I think I would have to put it in my top five of all time. I don't think it would be fair of me to spend 1,800 hours in the game and then say no, no. I don't really think that's for me.
Hunt is the game, at least on Steam, that I played the most.
Really?
Yeah,
Okay, so
it's apparently, according to my Steam in Year Review 2002, Hunt was 67% of my game time during 2022.
Holy moly, dude!
Elden
well,
Ring was 6%,
there
and
was that
Lost
one
Ark.
year when we played it for thousands of hours.
Yeah, I think it's an amazing game.
That's
I wish Crytek nothing but the best. I can't wait to see the engine upgrade.
I just
let's
don't
hope
want
they
to
fuck
hear
it
it.
up.
What? I thought you were the positive one, dude. What happened?
Well, because then we can say, "Told you so."
Wow.
Well, if you guys have nothing else you want to contribute to the conversation, I think we're gonna call it quits here.
Oh,
Yeah, I
let's
don't have
do it.
anything. It's Hunt Showdown, so fuck them.
Yeah, it's got a
So we're
point.
playing.
All right. Well, this episode will be uploaded to YouTube for your enjoyment later. If you wanna hear whatever bullshit we, that's the spirit. If you wanna hear our hot takes and amazing virgin opinions, it's gonna be available on the channel. If you want to support the podcast and me, then sign up for the Hunters Lounge or as a member on YouTube. And we will see you in the next one. Bye.
What's the next one gonna be?
Oh, that's a secret, Rain.
Ah,